guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Swedish Midsummer for Dummies. I know that Midsummer, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly, I'm pretty sure I'm not, but I know that I know it's a celebration. I think it's just like on one particular day. I don't know if it's in, I want to say May, but I don't know if it's May, it's June. I know, it's during the summer and I think they're like welcoming the summer after like it's I don't know if it's summer or spring actually. It's obviously, well, it's summer, I would assume, because you know it's in the name, but I don't know why I have it in my head. I don't know if it's because I know that they use like flower crowns, and the flower crowns, I sort of assume, well, it's flowers, are they blossoming in spring? So I don't know why I associate the flower crowns with, again, spring. So it's like, it's midsummer, but maybe like during the summer, they also like the flowers are also like blossoming. So I'm just in the wrong completely because my brain goes to a different place. But I don't know much beyond that. I think they sort of like, they celebrate like summer is coming. That's what it is. Like after like a dark period of like so many months of like we can't see, you know, we can't see anything because it's so dark, because it's the winter. So this is like welcoming, yes, you know, finally some sunlight. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
A holiday devoted to eating, drinking, dancing and assorted pagan rituals.
Sounds like my kind of
Swedish
thing.
Midsummer is second only in significance to Christmas.
Okay.
This is a guide to making the most of it.
Okay, so
First, buy everything in the starter kit. Remember, here everyone brings their own drinks.
Okay, yes. Every assorted, you know, they get wild apparently, judging by the things that you're supposedly have to bring. There's like two things that I don't really know like what they are. Like the first one, I think it's like is it like bug spray? And also there's like a little bottle that because there's like beer, so apparently they drink beer and you have to have like your cans of beer. But the other is maybe some type of alcohol, but maybe some specific like liquor that they drink during this time period or this day in particular. But are they mixing like liquors? That doesn't seem, you know, great. And that's why they get so wild. Like it's like the hangovers are gonna be crazy and wild if you're like mixing beer with some hard liquor. That's I don't know. Maybe they figured out a way not to get hungover. But if I were me, I would like I'm not mixing liquors. I'm sorry.
Make sure you get to the state-owned off-license in plenty of time, just in case you're whisked off to an island somewhere.
That's what happens?
This is downtown Stockholm on Midsummer's Eve. If you can't bear the silence or being on your own, stay away from the city. Midsummer is supposed to be celebrated in the countryside, surrounded by birch trees, fields and water.
Oh, I love this. Yes, it makes sense because of course like you're celebrating, you know, nature as well, I would assume. So because you're celebrating nature, it's like I can't stay around in the city. I have to go out to actual places with like greenery. But what happens if you can't, like, well, maybe it's free, like you have the day off and everyone has the day off because it's like it's celebrated, it's like Christmas, so it's like no, they have to give you the day off because like everyone wants to like go somewhere to actually celebrate proper midsummer.
The first thing you have to do is to make your own midsummer garland.
Oh, you make it yourself? Oh, so lovely. I want one of those.
Avoid the kitchen at all costs. Some unfortunate soul always gets stuck scrubbing the potatoes.
Okay.
Then it's time for a fabulous lunch of pickled herring and new potatoes spiced with dill and chives. You drink beer and nubbe, Swedish vodka served ice cold in a shot glass. The nubbe must be consumed in the time-honored way. Always preceded with the nubbe visa, a short humorous song. We recommend 2 beers per nubbe.
Tell me more about the song. Is it a song that it's like it's the same every year, like all Swedish people know this song, or do you have to like make up your own song? Someone is in charge of inventing it, writing it, and singing it. Well, everyone's singing it apparently, or it's just like no, it's a thing like everyone knows because it's the same thing every year. It would be like, I'm like, oh my god, I have to write the humorous song for this year's Midsummer. That's quite a big pressure, I would think. It's like what happens if no one's laughing? And also, what are the lyrics are supposed to be about? I'm very curious about the song.
This will improve both your singing and your Swedish.
Right, in Swedish.
No midsummer is complete without a sudden downpour. Fortunately, it usually stops as unexpectedly as it started.
Isn't it the summer?
After lunch, it's time to raise the maypole, the ancient fertility symbol.
Okay.
Watch carefully and you should be able to work it out.
Who's in charge of this? Do they keep a maple at
The origins of Swedish Midsummer are unclear. For a millennium, it's been a celebration of summer and a fertility rite. Human sacrifices are a thing of the past,
Hopefully
but the
not these
revelers of
days.
today are just as passionate. Like many Swedish traditions, the why is less important than the how. Now the
I have so many questions about this. The maple, again, is the maple decorated with flowers? Are they fresh flowers? Are there like fresh plants? Is someone in charge of like, decorating the maple? Again, where do you keep it? Like, I don't have my own maple. Should I have to go somewhere to actually get one of those? Do they sell it at like some store? Or again, like who's in charge of like doing this? Also, it's a fertility tradition apparently, like it's a fertility celebration. What happens if you don't want to get pregnant? It's like, oh my god, like should you participate in this? And like, oh my god, I don't want to do this ritual. What's happening? And why? Well, they had human sacrifices in the past, obviously, because I'm guessing like the tribes thought that if you sacrifice someone, we're gonna have like great weather and great crops. That's basically where it starts. So it's like maybe it's a religious thing, or it used to be, like not these days, but probably the beginnings of it were probably religious.
dancing begins. Everyone knows small Grodorna, the little frogs. Locking your hands on your lower back and jumping like a frog may seem strange, but for at least one day of the year, it makes perfect sense to Swedes. It won't take long to master the dance steps. Swedes can do it in their sleep. And with a bit of practice, so will you. The humiliation by dance is mercifully short-lived, and you can count on your host to console you afterwards with a piece of strawberry cake.
Looks incredible.
Next, it's time to get physical, which means tugs of war, horseshoe tossing, egg and spoon races, boot throwing, or apple bobbing.
These are all like old-timey games that I would think it's good, like a sack race, like stuff that I think I associate more with like, children's games or just games in general that people did before they had any technology. But it's good, it's like coming back to our roots because it's like we're celebrating nature. So I think it makes sense.
Everyone takes part. You don't have to be embarrassed should you make a fool of yourself.
Of course.
One note of caution: keep an eye on Grandma. This sort of thing brings out her ruthless streak.
Oh my god, hopefully Grandma's not falling.
All this strenuous exercise calls for some real food. Time for a barbecue.
Okay.
Since all Swedish men want to show off at the grill, this might be a good time to get to know some Swedish women. Anything can go on the grill: meat, fish, vegetables, or fruit. There's definitely room to experiment here.
Love it.
Once you've eaten, you either have a quiet night, a sauna, a swim, a few drinks, pause for reflection, or you hit the dance floor with new and old friends.
More dance.
Be sure to listen to some dance band music before Midsummer so you know what to expect. It takes a bit of getting used to. If you're lucky, there will be some ABBA too. Generally speaking, Swedes...
I'm hearing, if that's the music, it sounds a little bit like maybe like old-timey music, maybe a little bit like a southern influence. Like I'm talking about like southern music. That's what I can compare it to, but like a specific type of southern music. That's what it sounds like to me. Similar, not the same, but maybe remotely similar.
Somewhat reserved. Tonight is the exception.
Actually, I know what it reminds me of. It's the music that they have in Mexico and in some parts of in Texas, basically. I think it's like that kind of music. It's like, it's band music. I think that's the name of it. That's what it reminds me of.
Midsummer Eve is a night
this
for
looks like a rave.
If you don't find or already have a partner, pick 7 different flowers, put them under your pillow, and according to legend, you will dream of the person you will marry. If you don't, you probably picked the wrong flowers.
Oh, okay.
At midsummer, the sun never completely sets. This is the longest day of the year. From now on, it only gets darker. But there will be a baby boom to brighten up March.
Oh, because of the fertility stuff? Okay, I love this. Now I want to go to Midsummer. It wasn't clear where exactly, like what year, what month and what date does it take place. I think I would definitely go, like if I were planning a trip to Sweden, like for vacation, I think I would go during this time of the, I would definitely want to go to a Midsummer. I don't really know how it is, like because apparently it looks like a very familiar celebration, as in like you do it with family and friends. I don't know how it would work as a tourist. I would definitely want to go there, but it's like I don't know anyone from Sweden, so I don't know. It's like, or is this a thing of like when you're going to like a carnival or to like Mardi Gras, where you just like it doesn't matter if you're a tourist and if you're on your own, like you're gonna be able to have fun. And because someone like there's like so many different activities and stuff that you're just gonna be able to like, you don't need to be a part of the group, or even if you don't really know anyone, like you're gonna know people there. Is it similar to that? Because again, this looks like very like a familiar celebration, like Christmas, as in like someone's inviting you to like, hey, do you want to come over for Midsummer, something of the sort. So it is a little bit like, oh, I don't know, like could I go as a tourist, or should I find myself like I have to acquaint myself with a Swedish person before and maybe ask for an invitation, like can you invite me to your home for Midsummer, because I'm super curious. It looks very fun. I think it's so fun that also like they do a lot of dancing. I love the tradition of like the little flowers. It's like, oh, that's so nice. Like they're like so whimsical. I think that the Swedish people finding are very, again, they do have like a lot of respect for traditions, but it's like a very old-timey thing of like the whole, pick 7 different flowers and it's going to tell you like, and you're going to dream about the person you're going to get married. It's like, oh my god, they're so like whimsical and old-timey about this, and the whole celebration as well. But I think I find it very interesting is that apparently like the whole day looks like very, not quiet, but it's a very active day. But it looks like, again, when you're like with family, you're with friends, you're eating, you're dancing, but the thing looks very, I don't know, like family friendly for in that sense. I don't know if you're drinking throughout the whole day. I don't know. Apparently you are. But it's funny that when the sun apparently like never sets up, but when there comes a time where there's like it's very dark, and it looks like they have more dance, they have live music, it's very like, oh, we're getting it looks like a party as in like we're partying. And that looked like a rave. And it's like, okay, so during nighttime, although apparently the sun never sets, so I don't know how to call it, but after the family oriented period like ends, like you're just gonna get loose and you're gonna get wild. I think that was my impression. I don't know if I got the wrong impression, but I think that's my what I could gather from this. So it's like, yes, the first like couple of hours in the day are for you to like spend with your family, with your friends, especially like family and grandma and your uncles and your aunts. And then when it's like, no, when it's late at night, like older people, I don't know, or older people also participate in this. They go to sleep, and the ones that are gonna we're gonna keep partying. It's more like rave, and things get a little wilder. So would love it. I would definitely would love to experience this. And now I want to plan my trip to Sweden during Midsummer, because again, I just need to find someone, a Swedish person that can actually let me know, like if I can't just go there or if I have to like pry them for an invitation. But that was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.